there is a specific moment. A moment most people miss because it doesn't announce itself. It doesn't come with thunder. It comes with silence. You are alone in your apartment at 2:47 a.m. You've been waiting for 3 years, maybe 5, maybe since you were 16 and someone told you that your time would come. You were waiting for motivation, that magical feeling that would finally make you start. The universe was supposed to send you a sign, a mentor, a break, a moment when everything would finally click. And here's the joke. If waiting burned calories, half the world would have six-pack abs. But it doesn't. Waiting doesn't burn anything, except your life. Meet Kaito. Not his real name, but his real story. Kaito was 31 and still waiting for his life to start. He had the degree, the decent job, the apartment that looked like adulthood from the outside. But inside was a museum of almosts. The novel he almost wrote, the business he almost started, the person he almost became. And every night, every single night, he would tell himself that tomorrow would be different. Tomorrow, the most dangerous word in the English language, because it never arrives, but it always feels like it's coming. Kaito had a ritual. He called it preparation, but it was really just waiting in a fancy outfit. He would buy the planner, watch the motivational video, feel a surge of something that felt like courage, and then nothing. Because motivation is a bad boyfriend. It shows up excited, makes promises, stays for 3 hours, and leaves you with the mess. And Kaito kept waiting for motivation to commit, to stay, to be the partner he needed. But here's what Kaito didn't understand. Motivation doesn't commit, because motivation isn't real. It's a feeling, and feelings are weather. You don't build a life based on weather. You build it based on architecture. And Kaito had no architecture, only weather reports. The collapse didn't come with drama. It came with a text message. Hey, wanted you to know I took the spot, the one we talked about. Thanks for waiting so I could figure it out. The spot, the job Kaito had been preparing for 8 months. His friend didn't prepare more. His friend didn't deserve it more. His friend just didn't wait for permission. And Kaito sat there, phone in hand, not angry at his friend, angry at the mirror that had been warning him for years. The first crack, not in the mirror, in the story he told himself. The story that someone was coming, that life would eventually notice he was ready, that the universe kept receipts and would eventually pay him back for all that waiting. The universe doesn't keep receipts. The universe doesn't even know you exist. And in that terrifying freedom, in that complete abandonment by existence itself, something strange happened. Kaito stopped looking for the door to open and started looking for the door he could build. The day you realize nobody is coming to save you is not the day you become hopeless. It's the day you become dangerous. Because hope was never your friend. Hope was the drug that kept you waiting. What replaces hope? Not optimism, architecture. Kaito started small, not because small is noble, because small is possible. He wrote 1 page, not the novel, just 1 page. He applied for 1 job, not the dream job, just a job that required him to show up. And here is the secret that nobody tells you. The first action doesn't require courage. It requires disgust. Disgust with your own waiting, your own stories, your own precious potential that you've been worshiping instead of using. The second page was easier than the first. Not because it was better, because he was no longer waiting to be good. He was just being. The third page, he didn't even remember writing it, because he was no longer observing himself. He was simply there. This is what they don't show in the movies. The hero's journey isn't dramatic. It's Tuesday at 6 a.m. It's Wednesday when you don't feel like it. It's Thursday when nobody is watching. And slowly, so slowly you would miss it if you blinked, Kaito became someone who didn't need to be saved. Not because he was stronger, not because he was braver, but because he stopped waiting for the feeling and started trusting the motion. 6 months later, Kaito didn't recognize himself. Not because he looked different, because he looked present. The friend who took the job, they met for coffee. "You're different," the friend said. "What happened?" Kaito thought about the answer. The real answer. Not the Instagram caption. The truth. "I realized," he said. "I realized that nobody was coming." The friend nodded. Not because they understood, but because they recognized the sound of a door closing. The door to waiting. And here's what Kaito wanted to say. What I'm saying to you now. The day you realize nobody is coming to save you is not the worst day of your life. It's the day your life actually starts. Everything before that moment was rehearsal, and you have been rehearsing for a play that was never going to open. But the theater is still there. The stage is still there. The lights still work. You don't need permission to turn them on. You don't need an audience to rehearse. You don't need a critic to tell you if it's good. You need the courage to be bad, the discipline to be consistent, the humility to be ignored. And if you can hold those three longer than feels reasonable, longer than your friends understand, longer than your own doubt allows, you will become something that cannot be ignored. Not because you demanded attention, but because you refused to demand rescue. The world doesn't reward waiting. It rewards wait. The weight of pages written when nobody asked. The weight of applications sent when nobody encouraged. The weight of showing up when nobody would know if you didn't. And that weight, over time, becomes gravity. You become the thing you were waiting for. Not perfect, not finished, but present. And presence is the only superpower. So this is my question to you. Not what are you waiting for, but who were you waiting for? And what would happen if they never came? Would you die in the waiting room? Or would you finally stand up and realize the door was never locked? You were never trapped. You were just sitting. And the moment you stand, the moment you accept that nobody is coming, is the moment you become dangerous. Dangerous to the old you. Dangerous to the waiting. Dangerous to the story that you needed to be saved. The world doesn't need more people waiting to be chosen. It needs more people who chose themselves. And when you meet another one, you don't need to explain. You just nod, because you both know. The day you realize nobody is coming to save you is the day your life finally begins. Not because you were saved, but because you finally started saving yourself. The door is open. You're already standing. All that's left is to walk through.